Recently, I released a new version, 0.3.0, which is intended to improve the onboarding experience, making it easier to set up BFFless for the first time, as well as manage your certificates and how your CDN set up on what we call second day. So day two, after installing, if you decide to switch from Cloudflare to a different CDN, such as Bunny or anybody else, you can do that from within the web browser and not through the terminal. So in this video, I'm going to walk through the onboarding flow of the web UI onboarding, which used to be the terminal setup. In the future, I'm going to create a DigitalOcean one-click install to make it even easier. But for this video, haven't done that yet. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go over to DigitalOcean and create a new droplet. Going to select the New York data center and just a regular 1 vCPU, 1 gigabyte RAM, 25 gig SSD. Would cost me $6 a month if I were to leave this running. It's really all you need to set up for testing and create the droplet. It will only take a minute for it to make the droplet, and then we'll SSH into it. Once the droplet is ready, copy the IP and go to a terminal. And because I added my SSH key when creating the droplet, I can just SSH root at IP. And as long as it's fully booted up, it should work. It might take a minute. It looks like it is booted up. And I'm ready to log in. Great. So now that I'm in, I can go to the docs of BFFless. And this does need to be updated, which I'm in the process of doing. But I'm just going to grab the one command to run. What this is doing is it's setting the install directory, and then it is running the install script. Because it's a new droplet, it's going to need to install some missing prerequisites. In this case, it's going to need to install Docker. Once it's finished installing, it's going to give you a link with the IP address. You can go ahead and use that. Just click it, open up your browser, and because it's a self-signed certificate, it's going to give you this warning. That's okay. It's your certificate, and you can click proceed. And so now you are on the setup page. What you'll need to do is copy the claim token, click continue. This way, nobody else getting to the IP before you can set up your server. In the future, hopefully we can get that claim token to persist. The problem is looks like it gets lost during the browser SSH warning. So you may have to copy and paste it. Okay, so create an account, any email, username, password will work. And now we're going to select Cloudflare. We could select another CDN such as Bunny or directly to the server and use our own certificate through Let's Encrypt. That will work. It's secure. However, it's much better to have a CDN with a WAF in front. And Cloudflare is free. So now go ahead and grab the IP address and go to your Cloudflare dashboard. Find your domain, and let's set the DNS. So from here, you can click DNS, records, add record. Use @ for the root, apex domain, and then your IP. Then add another A record for the wildcard, star, and the IP address. Great. Now let's add the domain name, sahp.app in this case. And now you have to paste your certificate. So this is the SSL certificate from Cloudflare to your origin server, and we're going to create one. So under origin server, create certificate, grab the origin certificate, paste it in the first box, and grab the private key, paste it in the second box. Now, for the sake of this demo, I'm going to select local file system as opposed to a storage such as GCS or S3. Test connection, it's working. I'm also going to set the default caching for LRU cache, and I'm going to skip email for right now. Now, I have pointed sahp.app to this server. Now, that may take several minutes to propagate on the domain name, so the IP address. So it will poll until it's ready, and let's see how long. Should take only 30 seconds, I think, at most. So now it's pinging the backend until it's ready. Once it's ready, it's going to switch over the domain to our actual domain name. There it is. So now I'm set up. I can try logging in, and I'm in. So I'm trying to make the setup of the onboarding as easy as possible with BFFless. Next up, I'm going to create a one-click install image from DigitalOcean to make it even easier. But it is pretty straightforward, and hopefully, if you don't have any issues, if you do, create an issue within GitHub. Let me know. Love to hear your feedback.